Hello everybody, and welcome back to Granted Gardens. Today is a beautiful day out. It's still a little chilly and there's a lot of wind, but I wanted to do a quick video today on how I up pot my tomato starters. So you've seen in our previous videos our seed starting station in our basement. That's where we'll start off with our seeds in small seed containers. But once they get big enough, probably about an inch or two, and once they get a couple leaves on them, it's time to up pot them. So if you leave them inside the little seed starting containers for too long, you'll end up killing your plant because there's just not enough room for their roots to grow or for the plant itself to get any bigger. So I'm outside today. I'm up planting some of our tomato plants, and I thought I'd give you guys a quick peek on how I go about doing this. All right, so here we have the setup. I have these guys here. Obviously I've got stuff other than tomatoes here, but this one particular video is going to be on up potting our tomato plants. So this here are the little seed starting containers. They're pretty standard, pretty basic. You can find them anywhere. We decided to go this route because we wanted to start a lot of seeds and we had a small space. So we started tons of these trays. As you can see, I've already picked through quite a few of them here and up potted them. But basically the idea was we would start as many as we could here, and then we would pot them up into something larger once they got too big for these little seed cells. The other benefit of doing these seed cells is that sometimes you get some plants that just don't germinate. And so you're not wasting a bunch of space on something this large. What you're looking for is, a couple inches in height and definitely have like at least 2 or more leaves on it. At that point, the root base is probably pretty much filled up this entire cell and you're ready to transplant it. Anything that's smaller than that, like this little cucumber, I would leave him for a little while longer. But we'll go ahead and we'll start with these tomatoes. Here we are, we're in the shed. And this is, I just wanted to show you how my setup is with how I go about repotting or up potting all of my plants. So out there you saw my potting bench, and I'll give you a better look at that. And then in here in the shed, I've got a whole system down so that it's really easy for me to just open up the doors here, pop right in, get what I need, and keep moving. So the one thing that I will be using today are red Solo cups. I got a pack of them off of Amazon. I don't even know how many were in here, but you can get a good look. This whole box was full, and I think I spent maybe $10–15 on that box, which if you actually go into the store and purchase the little cups that are made for up potting, you'll spend $10 or $15 on a pack of 10 of them. So this was the direction I decided to go in. So I got these guys. What I basically do is I just poke some holes in the bottom so that the water can drain. And then I go ahead and I fill these up. So I'll show you what my little process looks like. So here, just alongside of my shed, I have my potting bench. I'll bring out my trays, set them here. This was actually a free-cycled potting bench, so obviously there's this little section here that you can usually fill with dirt to have the dirt easily accessible for you to be able to just go ahead and pot them here, but there's some issues with the tray down there. So until we get that fixed, this setup right now is just perfect. So I'll come over here to my potting bench. I'll grab my plants, and then I can walk right over here to the shed where I've got everything set up so that I just have to walk through the door. It's all at hip height. Grab my cup, fill with my dirt, and then I'm ready to go. So what's really important when you are taking your plant babies out of here is I usually try to pinch from the bottom a little bit to loosen up any kind of a grip or any kind of the dirt being packed in at the bottom, because you don't want to rip the roots when you're doing this. So it's just a matter of pinching a little bit here from the bottom, grabbing the plant as close down to the base as you can, and kind of pinching and pulling at the same time. So there you have it, him planted. Ooh, the wind's getting heavy. Him planted in his pot, so you can see I buried right up to those bottom leaves. And as far as markings go, I just take a Sharpie and I just write at the top of my solo cup what kind of plant this is. Then to make the holes in the bottom, I just poke 4 holes in the bottom with a pair of scissors. Probably not the safest way to do it. I'm wind blown. So then when I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and move them back into the growing station in the basement and keep the light on them for a while. We still have a few more weeks left before we can really plant anything outside. So we're going to keep them up, potting them until the weather starts to cooperate with us, and then we're gonna go ahead and move them outside. So I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, if you guys are starting any of your seeds or plants for the spring, please feel free to share. I'm always interested in what everybody else is potting and planning to put in their garden beds. That last tomato was actually a pink lady tomato, which this will be my first year growing those. I'm really excited about them because I've heard great things. So we've got a few different varieties going this year. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.